Story, the killing of a detainee at Oahu Community Correctional Center is the subject of a dramatic trial in circuit court where prosecutors say gangs were running the module so that the dying man was ignored for hours. Daryl Huff has the details.
This trial is revealing gang control of the prisons and a climate of fear such that the judge did not allow us to identify any of the witnesses. Alleged Murder Incorporated leaders Bronson Tuitalelepaga, his brother Aaron, and Manu Sorensen are on trial for manslaughter after the gang allegedly killed Christopher Faifaga to enforce control over OCCC's Module 13.
The environment there is very, it's not right, you know, it's very dark, very dark.
Faifaga was a father who fell into drug addiction and homelessness and was awaiting trial at OCCC for assault. His cellmate says Faifaga was beaten on orders of the gang for being high on drugs, soiling himself, and making noise. At first, he was bleeding but conscious.
I would say he was still defiant. He was still. I think he was angry at what had just happened to him.
The witness said he then saw inmate Josiah Palibo'omanu attack him again.
It was like a flying elbow that it made his head hit the back of the cell of the wall, and it was a vicious blow. It was a vicious blow, and I saw Chris's eyes roll back in the back of his head, and his feet started pointing out, like what happens when you go unconscious.
Faifaga suffered for hours.
We were trying to reposition his body to help him breathe better. He seems to respond sometimes to some positions, but then after a few minutes in that position, he would start convulsing again.
The inmate says guards did not do required head counts that would have discovered Faifaga. Guards alerted from outside the prison found him lifeless about 5 hours later. The cellmate says he had been afraid to get help.
It's basically an unwritten rule there at OCCC that you don't go to the ACOs for anything. You don't go to them for help. If you do, you're not going to get it. If you go to them for help, you're basically going to call attention to yourself and bring negative attention. So you might risk getting beaten yourself.
The Corrections Department said it will not comment on any investigation. Josiah Palibo'omanu, who allegedly threw the fatal blow, pleaded no contest to first-degree assault and will get 10 years. If convicted, the 3 remaining defendants could get 20, but both Sorensen and Aaron Tuitalelepaga are already facing life sentences for other killings. The defense says many of the witnesses are lying in order to get better deals. The witness who testified this morning said all he's getting is a letter from the AG to the paroling authority and a promise of a safe place to serve out his 10-year sentence. Reporting from Circuit Court, Daryl Huff, Hawaii News Now.
Thank you, Daryl.